Welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Who do we got here? We got Sneeps in the house. We got you in the house. We got Stubbs. We got F it Nico. We got Bandy. Bandy was like, dude, we talking now? What's up, bro? What's up, Bandino? Martins is here. The common man, Boston, based Andy McGabe, Rowdy Rud, Snoop. We got Flo the Henry. Let's go, Flo the Henry. Willis is here. Hi, Schnitzel. Hope everybody's having a good morning. What is it, Wednesday? I sound awful. I had my Tuesday night late night show, and it was bumping last night. It was a busy evening, so I had to be a little bit louder than normal, and I'm paying for it today. Even though I came home and I had some tea before bed, to rest the whatever it's called. Top Shot comment said need NBA back. Had to play NHL pick'ems on Underdog last night. I know, me too. I did that too, which was just, I'm pretty sure I just like dumped money. Actually, I didn't check. I know one of them hit like immediately, and then I needed somebody to, we missed, boys and girls. But hey, I'm glad everyone's here. I dropped a link into the chat and I pinned it. We recorded some footage, mostly Dustin recorded some footage while we were out there. And then Veronica magically put everything together in like, I don't know, a couple of hours. So shout out Veronica for putting together a fire edit in such a quick turnaround time. But yeah, we put a little vlog. We're vloggers, baby. We put that together and just dropped that this morning. It's just like 5 minutes of fun. You know what I mean? All right, who else do we have here? John Dubs tried to listen to Julie yesterday. Decided to turn on. No, dude, John. I swear to God, John, I'm not taking the bait this morning. Okay, Mike Baston, Ryan, everybody's here. We're having a good time. We're vibing. We're balling. But I hope everyone's doing great this morning. Let's. We don't have anything to talk about today, honestly. And I was thinking, I'm like, do we have to cancel? Do we have to cancel this morning? I was like, no. Because we did like 3 shows last week. So I don't know what we're going to talk about today outside of Nate McMillan getting fired. So I'm going to be relying heavily on the chat. Love the beer at breakfast in the video. Yeah. So, that's a little misleading. That was like 12:30. That was like 12. It was past noon. So it took us a while to find a spot in Salt Lake. But it was a good beer too. They have pretty good beer out there. I went to a Level Crossing Brewery. We went there. That was a great spot. Level Crossing. I think that's what it was called. It's pretty good. Snoopaloop said, finally started listening to the Whistleblower podcast. Yeah, dude. So for those that missed it, Tim Livingston, who is the host of the Whistleblower podcast, he was on the show, the last show we did before All-Star break. He came on Thursday, and we talked about just like the refereeing scandal of Tim Donaghy and just kind of systematically what is broken. And so that podcast came out a couple of years ago, but he just dropped 2 new bonus episodes with Jimmy Batista, who was kind of like the ringleader behind a lot of it. And it was really good. I highly recommend checking it out. Yeah, I know. Honestly, guys, so again, if you guys haven't seen the video yet that we posted this morning, I'm a pretty good shooter. And I was really bad in the pop-up. I was really bad. Are the beers capped in Utah? No, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of misnomers about what's going on in Utah. There is a big ass truck right outside. I don't know what it's doing. There's something to do with the sewage. Oh God, I swear to God, dude. I got used to those Utah vibes, Can you guys hear that? Is that coming through, or is it just that my mic's picking it up? So, anyways, yeah, the whistleblower podcast is great. All right, so we can talk. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Nate McMillan going down, and then we can go just see what happens. So Nate McMillan was fired last night by the Hawks. It sounds like a night. Wait, can you really hear it? Can you guys hear that? God, Sandra's here. What's up, Sandra? Good morning. Sandra, I thought I was following you on Twitter for like ever, and then realized the other day I wasn't. So I changed that. I fixed it. I followed. Nate McMillan got fired last night. I don't know. I mean, sure, you can say like Nate McMillan's a little too old school, where their team takes a lot of mid-range jumpers. They're playing pretty slow. And he needed to go. You can make an argument for that. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's too old school. Maybe he's not massaging his players' egos enough, and so it's not a good fit. Which I think is like people will be like, well, that's what's wrong with this generation. It's like, well, no, people evolve, and like you have to also adapt, right? It's not just on them adapting to you. You have to adapt to them as well. So you could do that, right? I understand. This is the second time this has happened. Right, so we had Lloyd Pierce go down. Sorry, it's a little Dumb and Dumber every time I hear Lloyd. I gotta think they. Sorry, this noise is freaking driving me nuts. They have to. This team sucks. There's some real chemistry and leadership problems. I think, like, sure, Nate McMillan probably like feeling like Steve Nash. It's just like, fine, I'm good. See you later. Let me get the rest of my pay. I'll dip out. So I don't know how they fix that situation. And like clearly so the owner's son now has a loud voice, right? I don't know. Atlanta's bad. I know. Snoopaloop. I am getting distracted by the noise. It's like super loud. It might be man on the street days. Okay, D Rose. Hell yeah, D Rose. I know I talked about this yesterday. We tweeted it out. Summer League's happening, baby. We will have a live show. I don't know where it's going to be or what it's going to look like, but we will have a live show. We most likely will be staying at, we'll be at Park MGM again because smoke free, baby, which is not like against smokers. It's just nice. Like if you want to smoke, just go find it instead of just like living in it. That's how I feel anyways. So probably stay at Park MGM. We'll be there. I'll be out there the 6th to the 11th. Most people just going for that weekend. So that's going to be a great time. I'm very, very excited for Summer League. More IRL. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag utility. Anyway, so yeah, Hawks. God, 8 minutes in. I don't know what we're going to talk about for the rest of the show. So buckle up. What do you guys have for me? What do you guys want to talk about? No, like I tried to get into college basketball last night. I couldn't really do it. I'm just like one more day. I saw a report come out. Jamal Murray's planning on playing on Thursday. That Jamal Murray thing was making me nervous. He missed quite a bit. He missed quite a bit of game. Like I think he missed like 5 or 6 in a row right before the All-Star break. And I was like, oh no, not again. But he's going to be back, which is good if you're a Nuggets fan and if you are underdog fan. Which Matt said, with all the money gambled on games, can we trust the refs aren't manipulating scores? Whistleblower brought to you by Underdog Sportsbook. That was pretty funny. Magico. No, I don't care about that. That's not what I was talking about. I'm just smoke free in the sense of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm an asthma baby. All right. I'm an asthma baby. Miles Bridges last night, rumors last night, late to the show this morning. Oh, I haven't seen any of that. Let me see what I can find. Let me see what I can find on Twitter. I haven't seen anything about Miles Bridges. God, that noise is driving me nuts. Let's see what Miles Bridges is doing here. Anything on the latest on Miles Bridges? All right. Most of the tweets I'm seeing are in Spanish so far. Hornet says I might be back in March. Interesting. That feels bad. Hornets in March. Yeah, he said he'd be back in March. That's it. Like back? What does that mean back? Like out of jail? What does he mean back? Why? Also, if you're the Hornets, why? Why would you bring him back? For all of the reasons. For it being bad. For it, they're trying to lose. Why bring back a good piece? And FIFA Felix Wiss, I'm going to talk about that too. I'm going to save that because we're going to talk about that in a second. I want to finish this Miles Bridges thing. I don't understand any of that. He might be signed in March, but then the NBA can suspend him. I know. I just don't even understand. I guess whatever. I don't know. And yeah, Lonzo, they just ruled Lonzo out for the rest of the season. That sucks, man. Lonzo is pretty fun to watch. I feel so bad. That's a true bummer. And I think that really like hurt Chicago too. I think, I don't think Chicago would have been a top 4 team by any means, but I think they'd be far more competitive if they had Lonzo. Like he is he's a solid guard that plays defense, and that's what they're missing, defense and shooting, and that does suck. All right, let me bring up FIFA Felix. He says, "What's your thoughts on the new game, common and limited comps? I previously participated in Rare Contender, but now sold to play football, so I can currently compete in nothing." Yeah, so I hadn't thought about it like that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this on the So Rare Data NBA show. So instead of doing the So Rare strategy show that we do on Wednesdays, I'm jumping on Andrew Laird's show, the So Rare NBA show, today at 2 o'clock, I believe, 2 p.m. Eastern. Here's my thing with the announcements. I'm all for what they're doing in the Premier League. So for those that don't know, in the So Rare Premier League, they have like some free contests. Then they have like, if you buy one card, you can use one limited and a bunch of common cards. So most of your free stuff plus one thing that you bought. However, once you own 10 of those things, you can't play that one anymore. You have to move up into the next round. It's this kind of progression, and I like that. I think that's like really good for new people to not feel like they have to drop a ton of money, and then when they start dipping their toes in, they're not going against people that have already won a ton of things, right? However, what I don't like about this adjustment from So Rare NBA is that I wouldn't have taken away the contest for that people were playing. I would have just created more stuff, right? That's like the thing that we've been talking about for a long time, is like, just let more contests for me to use my cards, so I'm not just entering all these training lineups. Like, let me use #utility into these lineups. Like, let me make some lineups with these cards. That's what I would have liked to have seen. I don't like the idea of you're now, for people that have kind of dipped their toes in, they made it very limited right away. So if you have like 7 cards, they're like, all right, well, you're going to sell 2 in order to play in these contests. I don't like that. I think that was a mistake. I think there was a way to introduce some new stuff without taking away some of the stuff. There's no reason the common champion can't exist while other stuff is going on. Wouldn't that create an oversupply through rewards? Yeah. And then maybe we find out other opportunities for rewards, right? I don't think like, look at how they're doing it. They're giving out 200 limited rewards for like the common champion of the Premier League, right? That's not creating oversupply. When 200 people out of 40,000 or whatever that, or is like even more than that, I think that's fine. You know what I mean? That's not rushing things out. But I do think, I mean, listen, I'm not going to be the first one to say it, but it would be kind of dope if we saw some ETH rewards or something like that. The league changes have restricted how many teams will play each game week, so they need to now do what you have been asking for, more contests and limited and above. Yeah. I don't like creating scenarios where like people who are kind of in are forced to like either sell or get rid of some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of what this did. I will say though, I heard from somebody over there after the announcement asking for some feedback about what they thought. So I'm curious to see because it seems to be like common sentiment, right? Is that they don't like that these are being taken away. I will say too, like, if we zoom out a little bit, anytime anyone introduces any change, everyone gets pissed off usually, right? So I think you got to give it a week or two or a game week or two to like let it play out and see what this looks like. It seems like there's a bigger So Rare conversation that needs to be had. And I'll be honest, I haven't really looked at account valuations, but I do look at Twitter, and everybody seems pretty upset about account valuations right now. So that's there's a conversation that needs to be had around that too. And what does that mean moving forward? I think, Regular said the Brandon Miller news. Will he drop out of the lottery, projected top 5 pick? So that's the Alabama stuff, right? And I don't have the information in front of me, so I'll like lightly talk about this, but basically an Alabama student who was on the team, was it Miles? Because I actually, when he said Darius Miles, I thought it was like, when I saw that scroll up on my phone yesterday, I was like, wait, what? Like Darius Miles? was involved in a shooting, a murder that happened. And so he was immediately dealt with. He was like arrested and taken off the team. And obviously, and as more information came out, Brandon Miller, who's a projected top 5 pick, was like the one who like went and got the gun that was used. So, yeah, it looks really bad. I think that's bad. I think and the coach apparently knew this, right? So this information was known to the coach allegedly. So I don't think he's going to be drafted. I don't think he's going to be drafted unless more information comes out. I mean, that's just a snap reaction to what I heard right now. But I think, like, again, I have a conflicting relationship with institutions of higher education and people who work at them, and I'm a little biased with how I feel about it. But I think to me, these coaches are employees of an institution of higher education and should be held to a standard. Like, but you know what? And then I say that, but they're paid in a way that's different than everybody else. So maybe there is no standard there. But to me, that's just bonkers to be a coach, to be aware of that and be like, all right, let's come on, but we got to win some games, like, nah, dude. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I do think he'll drop out of the lottery. I think there's a real chance that he's not going to be doing it. Alabama has permitless concealed carry, so he's just legally bringing his buddy his gun. So unless he knew it was going to be used to commit a crime, he can't be charged with anything. Yeah, I encourage you to read the story if you haven't read it yet, because that's more informed than I am. But based on what it looked like versus what it is, I don't know. It seemed like he was aware. Sounds similar to the Baylor scandal. Yeah, man. How long ago was the Baylor scandal when the coach was involved in that? Why is Flo pumping today? I see a lot of stuff about Flo. Is Flo pumping today? What happened? Did Dumbo's new podcast revive Flo? What's going on with Flo this morning? It's so damn loud outside. Yeah, somebody tell me what's going on with Flo. Because I'm not going to look it up. And so if no one knows in the chat, we won't talk about it. But I'm not interested in doing home. Flo has a downtime of 7. Oh man, this is how sick we all are. When stuff goes down, we think when stuff goes down, we're like, oh, that means a big announcement's coming. Our truckloads of Flo. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember how bamboozled we were by that? We were so bamboozled. We were like gonna get a truckload of Flo. They're like, remember all that free money? Remember all that free money you're gonna get for having a Dapper wallet? All million of us. I wanted to actually let's share one other thing too. I wanted to share First Mint tweet this morning about just like what's being purchased. I figured that's worth looking at since we don't have anything else to talk about today. All right, let me see. Here we go. Let's share it. There's a Tonka truckload, yeah. Mike says you think yours is loud. I live right up. I actually, Mike, I know you're overseas, but there's a railway called the Amtrak, and it's a beautiful bridge. I think you've seen it if I've done over Man on the Street that runs like over our apartment. Not directly over it, but like right there. It's a beautiful bridge. That's Amtrak. So I get you. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. All right, let me share screen here. So I wanted to pull up the First Mint tweet. I thought this was interesting here. Sports NFTs, weekly unique buyers. Buyers were down this week. Big. All right, so here we go. So Rare had 22,000 weekly unique buyers on the soccer side of thing. That's down 7%. Fan Craze, that's cricket, I believe, right? So they're down 7%. UFC Strike, 479. 479 weekly buyers. That's down 2%. I'm just looking at the lower ones before we get to the big ones. Panini, they're down 4%. So Rare MLB pumping. That's up 7%. La Liga is up 16. Candy Digital is up 16. All right, here we go, though. These are the big bad boys. NBA bottom shot. So weekly unique buyers, and this is during the time where Mac McClung's doing stuff, right? So they're down 22%, 5,400 unique buyers. NFL all day is down 49%. And then So Rare NBA is down 46%. I do think, the So Rare NBA is interesting because like there's a combination of things that we've talked about before where one is that you buy a lot of your stuff ahead of time and then you just use the cards that you purchase, right? The other thing though is there's All-Star weekend, so there's not a lot of game weeks going on, so I think, people aren't out there buying. Um However, I do think it does seem like we're on a little downward spiral, or not spiral right now, but it is down because there is no games. Flo said, "Do you play So Rare football, MLB, or only the NBA?" I started with only the NBA. I haven't played any of the MLB. However, I have dabbled with the Premier League. The Premier League is when I started to get involved in the football side of things. So slowly but surely, we'll get more involved in football. But I've said this before, like when I was doing NBA and NFL content, it's really hard to do content on one thing and then also try to get involved in the other one. It's like you kind of got to pick sometimes. So we're on the basketball side of things, but I agree with Regulator. I think a lot of that has to do with no games, probably both for Top Shot and for So Rare. The NFL all day stuff makes sense too. It's the off season, although I will say it was kind of weird. I felt like I don't know, the people that are the NFL all day streets can tell me a little bit more. But it feels like it was kind of quiet for them for the Super Bowl too. What is June Shine? June Shine, I believe, is like a hard kombucha. I think. I don't know. They were sponsoring a show that I was doing, so I got a t-shirt. It's a really nice t-shirt. It's a soft t-shirt. It is. A couple of things. I'm pretty sure we have 89 Cavs tonight at 7 o'clock. I already mentioned I'm going to be on Sober NBA at 2 p.m. So that's today. Tomorrow, morning show's back at 9 a.m. And then in the evening at 5:30, we'll have Live Before Lock on Thursday because that's where the So Rare tips back off. So we got a Thursday to Sunday slate. So let's pull up So Rare. We'll see what kind of contest we're looking at here, kid. Here we go. Let's add this back here. All right. It seriously sounds like a bomb's gonna go off. All right, let's see. Team collections are now available. Was there a team collections? I don't want team collections are now here for all 30 teams. Allow managers just to organize by their favorite teams by complete fandom. I swear to God, we gotta stop using the word fandom. I have like PTSD around the word fandom. Just be good at your game. That's all I want you to do. Be good at your game. That's what you're good at. Be good at the game. If you're good at the game, everything else falls into place. But the second you start doing other stuff, it's bad, in my opinion. All right, let's see. Let's look at a common champion. Speaking of which, that Champion League match yesterday was wild. I watched a lot of Real Madrid versus Liverpool. That was a fun one. Unless you're a Liverpool fan, then it was not fun. 2 quick goals and then just like a shit show. All right, Giannis is out for a couple of games. Ooh, the Joker has 3 games. Wait, who's he playing again? Let's look at this one more time. He's got Cleveland. That's not a great matchup. Memphis with no Steven Adams is a nice matchup. And then Clippers, he'll eat. All right, Embiid has 2 games against the Grizz and the Celtics. Dame with 2 games against Kangs in Houston. We're going to be playing Dame. Now let's try to. So we start with Joker and Dame. Let's see what we get down here. We're gonna find. Let's see if we got any like salary saver cheat codes here, without looking at any projections. Right? We're just gonna vibe. We're gonna vibe. Flo says, I like the idea of team collections, but to what end? Collecting to collect can be cool, but I think it'd be cool to have some more incentive, like get an NBA jersey. Listen, Flo, let me introduce you to NBA Top Shot, man. That's collecting to collect is what they do, and then people are like, yeah, let's collect, but also I want stuff for it. So that's what I'm saying. I think just be good. Christian Braun has 3 games. Yeah, regular, he does, but if everybody's back and healthy, like Jamal Murray's back. So unless you're thinking, oh, maybe Jamal Murray sits a game, Terry Taylor, though, they did sign Terry Taylor. I find him to be a little intriguing moving forward. Paul Reed, now if Embiid misses time, but I don't think he really will. But we do know Giannis is going to miss a few games, right? So if you have Holiday, he's going to be a pretty solid play, as well as Chris Middleton. I do think it's going to be Chris Middleton's season soon. I keep also Kira Lewis, guys. I like keep an eye on Kira Lewis Jr. I talked about him in Kira Lewis in I think it was what's it called? value hunting, excuse me, value hunting. I think he's like a sneaky stash, especially if somehow the Pels just like really crater. If like Zion doesn't come back. Um, I don't know. I just like his game. He's a good change of pace guard. All right, we need some of these dudes. We need some dudes down here. Nick Richards at 15 is probably fine. We'll plug him in, see what that does. See what that does. I'd like one more cheapo. Austin Reeves at 15. That feels too low. While the Warriors have 3 games too. Quentin Grimes, Torrey Craig, Chanchar. All right. I kind of like your Christian Braun call actually at 19. What does that give us? That gives us 33. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything in here. Franz Wagner's down to 22, guys. That's too low. Franz Wagner at 22. That's nuts. That's cheat code season right there. And that gives us a 30 spot here to finish this lineup up. Maybe Bojan Bogdanovic. Let's do it. Michael Porter Jr. at 31 is pretty low too. All right, that's going to be our squad right there. That's our squad. All right, I wanted to look at one more thing. So they introduced limited underdog, rare under 23. So here's my only problem. I need a better cap guy. I need a better guy like an MVP for my under 30s because I got a lot of solid under 30s here. But I need like an under 30 underdog, really. Also, Shaden Sharp, I feel like is going to be cheat code season this with no Simons. I feel like we're really going to see him cook. But anyways, that's that. Let's do limited champion. Who's my champs these days? I don't even think. So Ja's my champ. So we can throw in Ja. I like Jamal Murray 3 games, even though he probably only plays 2. Fred VanVleet, let's throw him in there, right? Then we go Sharp at 19. Do we have any? Oh, this would be nice if we have somebody in this range. Let's see. Who do we have? Nix, Beauchamp, Houston, Moody with 3 games. I don't know. Paul Reed. I don't know. Look at Kenny Lofton Jr. right there, baby. I don't know. Anyways, those are the contests we have this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Still got Wofford. We still got him. Wagner giving you the schnitzel power. Yeah, you're right. I do like Franz. Oh man, this noise is so loud out here. What else you guys want to talk about? This is definitely gonna be a short one. This is gonna be a short episode because there's just no games. There's no games to talk about. You know? There's no hoopies to talk about. Everybody tell who's your MVP? No, not right now. Who's your MVP at the end of the season? I don't care who your MVP right now is. Who do you guys have for MVP right now? Now we know that Giannis is probably going to miss like a week or 2, it sounds like. Although, I don't know, man. That dude is so tough. I could just see him playing through it as long as it can't get worse. But who's your MVP at this point? Or, I mean, at the end of the season? All right, we got Joker. 1 for the Joker, 1 for JT. I don't think Tatum's going to get it. Has to be Tatum, Jokic. Do you think Summer League will be covered? Will we have something so rare-wise during season break? All right, I'm going to keep this up here while I see the MVPs. Embiid. That's a great question, Flo. Listen, if they did something for freaking All-Star Weekend, like a 3-point contest and skills challenge, my guess is they will have something for Summer League. The only thing is, though, I don't know if they're going to be minting rookies by then, you know, like, I don't know if they're going to be minting rookies because the one thing they'll run into is there are a lot of guys that play at Summer League that don't play, you know, again in the NBA. So I don't think you want to be minting like Carl Thompson, who is going to play in his YMCA league. So I don't know how they're going to handle it. Maybe they just use the guys that like are like all of the second year guys or third year guys that continue to play in Summer League. But I bet they have something. I've been talking with them a little bit just about what their plans are for Summer League in general, like being out there. Because again, we're going to be out there, baby. We're going to be out at Summer League, baby. So it's going to be exciting. If 76ers win, does McClung get a ring? Probably. Listen, I hope Tatum gets it. I don't think he's going to get it. What's the plan for the finals? Yeah, I mean, I think for the playoffs and for the finals, look at Bandy. He's like, what's going on out there, bro? Look at him. What a good dog. Yeah, I think the plan is to just prepare yourself for the playoffs. I assume they're going to continue to roll contests out. So it'd be cool if they do a contest like for a full series too. Like you have to pick it for like the playoffs. The entirety of the playoffs would be fun. Top Shot inquiry. Did my Wi-Fi just go down, by the way? Did they like dig too deep outside? Will you be lining up for no regular? I'm done buying Top Shot moments until they right the ship. I said that a while ago. Unless I'm doing it for a bit. But until they figure out what they are and like everything kind of settles. But I mean, I don't hate you for doing it. Like $3.99. That's if that is what the prices are, and they've like really come down. I totally get it. But I don't think I'm going to. Has anyone ever won All-Star MVP, MVP, and Finals MVP in the same season? I don't know. My friend wanted to ask if Mo Bamba was a good play at 13 this week. Let me see if projections have been updated. I will pull it up right now. We'll do a quick look. And I really am going to go outside and yell at some strangers today, I think. It is killing me. No, it doesn't look like it's been updated yet. So I imagine the update is running today. Honestly, it's not even worth having an update yet because we don't know. We still are waiting on like so much news. Yeah, so no updates yet. My guess is we're probably not going to do my guess is Mo Bamba is a bad play. That's me. But I always think Mo Bamba is a bad play. Are you going to make if enough people are into MLB, we'll make a So Rare MLB channel. And I think G Dun's going to do some MLB content as well. It sounds like they're just destroying trees. Yeah, the dog. It's like, what's going on? What's going on out there? You know what I'm saying? He's a good boy, though. All right, listen, I think we're going to wrap up here soon. I know you can't hear it. I know, but it's driving me nuts, Boston base. I think we're going to wrap here, though. Listen, hey, everyone, please go. Not only go watch this video, I'm going to share right now. That's what you can do for the next 30 minutes. You can go watch this video. Go ahead and go watch that video and drop a comment, please. Like it, drop a comment on it, watch it all the way through. Any thoughts on Dale and Terry before you go? Dude, it's a good last game, but they're picking up Pat Bev. Yeah, you know what I would do? I wouldn't play him. I'd keep an eye on it. So I like Dale and Terry. I like Dale and Terry's game. So but I wouldn't play it this week. Kind of like Chris Middleton. I know they're not the same because Chris Middleton is an all-star. But in the same way that I knew Chris Middleton was going to be a good play, but I don't know if he is a good play. The only thing, Chicago doesn't have their first round pick. So they're probably not going to tank. And that's like his best way of seeing the court is tanking. So I don't know. Giannis won all three at one point. DJ Local in the house said he's going to help. Hell yeah, DJ Local. We need it. Willis Reed, Shaq, and MJ have all won 3 MVPs in one season. There you go. You heard it. All right, gang. We're going to call it there. Everybody go watch the video. I'm going to share it one more time in here. Please go drop a comment. Check out So Rare Data NBA show at 2 o'clock. I'll be hopping on there. And then I think that's it. Oh, yeah, maybe 89 Cavs tonight too as well. So I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you don't have a truck outside your house. And we'll see you later.